Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's
let
gonna
me get
swing
this
on
right.
Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, streaming exclusively on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
We're learning a lot about each other.
Is Beaver Dam like the ultimate place to do silly names at? Like, I feel like there's no other place that I know of where they do such goofy names, like the Golden Beavers, the
Thirsty Beaver Dam Bar.
Beaver Cleaners.
Beaver Cleaners is a dry clean. I went to the Dam Bar, the Thirsty Beaver. I'm sure I brought
Beaver
things
Cleaners?
to the. I'm sure I went to the Beaver Cleaners.
Yeah.
Get some dry cleaning done.
Every grown man has to at some point.
I'm a man.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Molly Brown. Here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. I don't know why Molly Brown was surprised by my it is. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown. We are not in the Everlight Solar Studio. That is where Primetime Lorsheim is. We are in the Dam Sports Show studio, the Daily Dodge WBEV studio here in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, home of the Thirsty Beaver, home of Beaver Cleaners.
Beaver Cleaners?
Yes, where Molly might have to visit after the show because she poured Zoa all over her
Everywhere.
shirt when the show started. So, Molly, you'll have to let us know how Hangers Beaver Cleaners is.
I will keep you posted.
Yes, let us know how your trip to there goes.
What? You clipped my laugh?
That's good.
Do it again. Maybe not.
Ryan, you there?
He left.
He's already out. He's like, I'm out on the show.
You can hear me now, can't you?
Yes.
Yep.
There we
yes.
go. There we go. All right. Things a little weird today. Sorry, guys. A little different setup. But yeah, I did go ahead and clip your laugh, Molly.
Gross!
Oh, that is awesome.
I hate that. Stop.
Great job, Ryan. That is
What was I laughing about?
that's a real laugh too. That's like a cackle laugh.
That was a beaver cleaner laugh.
I don't know what that means.
You know
But-
exactly what it means, Jim. Come on.
Have either one of you seen the movie Airplane? It's like a comedy movie from the 80s. That may have made you watch it, part of Molly's rewatch. What was that show we did, the podcast we did together?
I can't remember.
Where you watched movies.
Was
Yeah,
it
I
First
wa-
Watch?
First
Watch.
watch.
Yes.
Yes.
How
That's
is
what it
it
was
I
called.
know the name before you guys do?
Because you probably produced it.
No, I never once did.
I think I actually
never did.
produced it too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in the movie Airplane, there's a scene where the guy he's like, I have a drinking problem, but his problem is he always just spills drinks on himself.
Yeah, that was me.
So I just made the joke to
My
Molly Brown.
chair, my pants, my
Can you
shirts,
explain,
so-
as this show starts and it's a digital-only show, so we can have a little leeway here, what happened? Like, you were getting...
I honestly-
how did you
Well-
miss your mouth with Zoa?
I actually don't know how I missed my mouth. I was going to take a drink, and then I don't know if my mouth moved away too fast. I pulled the can away too fast. I don't know. Just all of a sudden...
I just look over, and Molly's just got Zoa running all the way down her shirt, onto her chair.
Literally, there was a puddle on my chair. I'm a
So-
bottomless pit. So I apologize to all of our friends here in Beaver Dam. I didn't spit on any equipment, though, so we're fine there. Thank God. And then I was looking.
Do you otherwise spit on
right,
equipment?
right.
No, not spit. I said spill.
Oh, I thought you
Oh.
said spit.
No, I
I
said
heard
spill.
spit. I
Man,
heard
Ryan and I both heard spit.
I
We're
heard
like,
spit.
why is she spitting on equipment?
Yeah,
anyway?
is she a llama? Is that just what she does?
What to talk to us? God, that's gross. I gotta change my laugh. No, and then I was drinking out of my can again, and then there's like some Zoa that's dripping down the side. So then I started licking the side of the can, and Jim's like, "Why are you licking the side of the can?" I'm like, "You can't let any drops go to waste. It's delicious. It's the green apple flavor today, you guys. Come on."
Ryan?
I mean, we've all been there, Molly. Sometimes you just gotta save it. You gotta save the flavor.
Exactly. You understand.
I have not had the green apple. I do want to try one, though.
Didn't you take a green apple from me the other day?
Yeah, but I gave it to my wife.
Oh, did she like it?
She has not tried it yet.
Oh my gosh, you guys have 2 kids. You need all the energy you can get. Come on.
That is true. That is very true. But she's not a big energy drink person, so she has to figure out the time. More of like, she doesn't not like them, but she just wants to time it right to have it on a day where...
Or she could just buy those little can top things that close it off, so then, like the carbonation stays in there. So then she could literally drink like a third of a can each day.
Maybe that would
So it's
work.
not too much energy.
All right. We are expending a lot of energy talking about Molly's drinking habits here and spilling all the way down her shirt. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. You can get into the show, 844-770-3776. It's the Cowboys Talking text line. This is more. We are streaming on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. That is where you're going to find us today. This will be up on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And obviously, I'm sure we'll be pulling some awesome social media for our at ESPN Madison on Twitter and obviously Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all of those fantastic places. I forget to say those, Molly, because I only have YouTube now. I've removed myself from Instagram and Facebook. I might return to Instagram at some point, but Facebook definitely not. It is a hellscape. It is funny. Do you have younger kids? Are they on Facebook? Do they have a Facebook?
No, absolutely not. It's funny because my husband and I were just talking about this, that I was like, I can't believe that Snapchat is still used by so many teenagers. Like, that was a thing when I was in high school,
I
which
could
is
believe
well
why
over 10 years ago.
teenagers be using Snapchat. They don't want parents to see.
Well, yeah, but like
conversations or anything.
that's literally their only way of communicating with their friends. Like, that's where their group chats
gotcha.
are. That's where like any of like texting, unless it's to their parents, I feel like doesn't exist for teenagers, which is crazy to me.
So we've moved from phone calls to texting to now Snap.
It's just Snapchat.
Okay.
Just Snapchat.
Honestly, for most of my group chats, even from college still, like that's how I communicate with my friends. There's a fair amount of friends who I Snapchat way more than I ever do text. That's just the way.
That's crazy. Like, I don't even have Snapchat anymore. I feel like I deactivated it like 10 years ago. Because I feel like I'm too old for Snapchat.
Isn't
Yeah,
it?
I feel like if you're, I don't want to I don't know. I have no specific stories of people who were older who had Snapchat, which was just problems. We'll leave it at that. Like, I don't know if like me, a 45-year-old guy, needs Snapchat.
Probably not, unless you're like Snapchatting your kids and stuff, or your wife.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
But otherwise, like, I don't know the point.
Yeah, but I can just text my kids and my wife.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my daughter does not have. Well, obviously my youngest does not have a phone or anything like that. My oldest does not have Snap, and that one will be probably the last one.
Does she even have any socials? Like,
Not right now. We're trying to set up Pinterest for her.
Gotcha.
But otherwise, I think the next one would be Instagram. But the reason why I asked was that I was like Instagram or Facebook. She's like, I don't want Facebook. I'm like, okay.
No,
well, then
Facebook is like for old people.
Yes. And I not even me. I'm off of it. So Instagram. And actually, Instagram was more I could never figure out. Like, I never figure out who to follow.
Instagram is the best and easiest app, at least for me. I don't go on TikTok though because I know I'll get addicted.
I got rid of my TikTok.
Ryan, what's your biggest? I feel like you're probably the youngest, coolest one here.
Coolest, I don't know. Youngest, yes. I'm on Twitter more than anything else. Instagram, I'll go on like maybe for 20 minutes a day, if that, honestly. And I'll just scroll and see like what my friends are posting on their stories. And then Snapchat, like I said, I used to communicate with some friends from like college and high school still. But otherwise, Twitter I use for work on a pretty hourly basis. So I'm on that incessantly,
Yeah, Twitter is awful, but it's the best one for work.
Yeah.
And then YouTube, I've been using just because I still need the video fix, so I can scroll through. Their algorithm is bad, though. I see the same eight videos over and over again.
Ryan, I don't mean to be a stalker by any means for you, but there was one day that you were standing next to me. No, that would be inappropriate.
This conversation sounds like it's about to get a little inappropriate.
There was one day, I don't know where we were, but I saw you on your phone. And do you have like your do you?
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Do you have like, you know, you can put your apps into like groups?
Yeah, and like the folders, yeah.
Yeah, do you have your social media group listed as cesspool?
How closely were you looking at my phone?
Wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Molly.
I don't know where we were, but all of a sudden, like, I saw you pull it up, and I was like, does he have cesspool written there? I just have social. That's like what mine says.
So, yes, that is actually the folder I have it saved under. The fact that you know that and that you're the only person other than me in the world who knows that is a little alarming.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Maybe I should have kept that one to myself.
How close were you? Jeez.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, well, he was standing right next to me. Like,
and you're just peering
sorry.
down at whatever I'm doing?
Oh my God, I'm not just staring at your phone, but I just saw it and I was like, cesspool.
To be able to read what the subfolder says on
No,
somebody's... You're looking pretty close.
No, you're not, because it's written pretty big. I'm going to look at mine right now.
No, see,
it's written that big.
That's if I'm walking down the street and I'm like, walking by houses and there's a window and there's a TV in the window.
And you got to stop to watch what game they have
I was about
on,
to say, if I'm able to stop and say like what program they're watching, like
check the
that's
score.
equally invasive.
When I walk the dog, I still peek through, and I mean like walking Dolly, I peek through the windows of my neighbors just at night because it's just you just naturally do it.
If you have your curtains wide open, I'm gonna look.
You're just naturally a peeping Jim. Yeah, of course. How can you not be?
Ryan, you have no room to talk. Prairie Creek Hunter.
Okay. Well, look. I don't need to peek in ahead of time. I know exactly what situation I'm entering every time. Okay.
Speaking of situations, Mark Tauscher's got a situation at 12:30. He's getting his teeth worked on. What are we doing? Because it is 12:17 already here. So
why don't we hit a little 2-minute break
yeah.
here, and then we'll bring Tauscher on.
Perfect.
You're
then we'll
a
get to the
little
actual
nookie.
sports talk. Yeah.
You gonna take us a commercial?
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
If I had the eyebrows that I have in that photo that you posted on the YouTube stream,
If you were Uncle Leo, you're saying.
are you approaching Uncle Leo or no?
Honestly, I would think you're insane. If you were out, if you chose to go out with that look, the sweatshirt, the markered eyebrows, which that's what they look like currently, then I would say, oh, she's insane.
Presented by Coors Light. Streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Sundays are for football and carbless. Born in Wisconsin, carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are packed with flavor, not sugar. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. Whether you're tailgating in Green Bay or calling the plays from your couch, carbless is the cocktail that's always game day ready. Crisp, clean, and crafted to win. This season, drink like a champion. Drink carbless, a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
Green Bay Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher on Jim, Matt, and Molly is brought to you by Chalmers Jewelers. Chalmers Jewelers, with locations in Middleton and downtown Madison.
I don't know if I'd agree with that, Jim Rutledge.
Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer
Matt Hamilton, help me out. Who is that?
Wisconsin football analyst.
You know what? It feels like Molly's the only one that's being sincere about that. So, Molly, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Mark Tauscher on Jim, Matt, and Molly is brought to you by Chalmers Jewelers. Chalmers Jewelers, with locations in Middleton and downtown Madison.
We have a tight window here for Mark Tauscher because you're heading in for dental work. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown with you, Jim, Matt, and Molly, digital-only show. Are you nervous about it? How do you feel about the dentist, Mark?
I have 100% trust and confidence, and maybe that might be misguided. I think that there was a time where I did, but no, I feel good about it. I'm hoping it'll be quick in and out. But you know how that goes. I'm not banking on that, so I appreciate all your guys' flexibility.
Well, we appreciate you hopping on with us. And so with the Cowboy game here, Jalen Hurts had a heck of a game. Russell Wilson had an amazing game. And Caleb Williams had a career day against the Cowboys. So this really feels like an opportunity for the Packers and Jordan Love to kind of get back on track. Because the Cowboys defense, they're missing a major pass rusher, and Matt Eberflus's defense requires pressure from the front four, but they traded away that guy. I think we know him as Micah Parsons. So this feels like a game the Packers should dominate, especially on offense.
No doubt about it. And, and you factor in, Dak Prescott's a really good quarterback, but CeeDee Lamb's not going to play. I think they're Their left guard, I think, is out as well. So already you're already hearing Micah talking about how fun it's going to be to get after his old buddy and Dak. This should be, last week was a good lesson in not, just throwing your hat out in the ring and thinking that you're going to win a game. But I think with all that said, we all knew offensively it was going to be tough sledding for Green Bay last week. If it's tough sledding this week for Green Bay, I think then you're going to really start asking a lot of questions about where this group is. So what the offensive line looks like going into it, this should be one of those, if, Zach Tom, it sounds as if Schefter reported more than likely he's not going to play. At least this way you'll have a plan, and you hopefully will have 5 healthy players. And this is a great opportunity for guys to gain confidence, because once you traded Micah away, there is not if Kenny Clark can't go, all of a sudden you should be able to build some confidence, run the football, and start kind of getting this offense into gear. Because really, throughout the 3 weeks, you saw some good things against Washington. But for the most part, last week was really tough, but I think Cleveland's defense deserved a lot of credit. But this needs to be a game where Green Bay, I would be really, really disappointed if they don't score 30-plus this week.
Tausch, I got to ask you, because there was obviously that clip that went around about Myles Garrett where he was saying how Jordan Love's tackle was like, "Run, Jordan, run!" As an offensive lineman, does that happen all of the time whenever you do get beat, that your guy's going to get hit? Or, what do you do?
Molly, I'll say this. If it happens all the time, you're going to be doing something else for a living.
True. Okay, I shouldn't say all the time, but
No, and when Bulaga just joined us a little earlier, we were both we were talking about that, because it happens. I don't care if you're a first ballot Hall of Famer, you can maybe not get off on the snap count, or you're playing somebody like Myles Garrett, who is an absolute freak, and you're gonna get beat. And literally the least you can do is yell and give a "get rid of it" or "blow blank." And you just want to give a little bit of heads up if you can, and it's humbling to do. And then pick your quarterback up. If you're responsible for getting him crushed, yell and then pick him up. But if that happens, a bunch, you're more than likely going to be doing some other line of work. But I think last week you're on the road and you're going against the premier defensive player in the entire league. It happens, and I think the fact that they caught that on camera and then Myles Garrett was having as much fun with it. It was a really fun clip for everybody but Rasheed Walker.
Jordan, run!
Speaking of, I don't know if
he didn't get hit though. He didn't get hit. He ran for his life and he didn't get hit.
No, you know what? Maybe he should get an assist. Rasheed should, because had he not said anything, maybe Jordan would have thought. Because Myles beat him like that. It was, it was a blank. Maybe him yelling. Maybe Jordan was like, "Oh, blank! I better slide 2 steps to my right and get rid of this, because something good ain't happening." So maybe Shido deserves more credit for yelling that out.
Jordan, run!
There was also, just made me think of the video, and screenshot videos are never fair, but it was funny. I think Mina Kimes put it out where it's like a conga line blocking Myles Garrett, and more of have you been in a situation where you've been screenshotted into something, and how does something like that happen? Where obviously it was basically Myles Garrett, and the Packer players didn't have anyone to block. They obviously weren't there to block Myles Garrett. If they got by Rasheed Walker, then it was like, all right, the next guy's in line. But how much attention do you pay to a guy like Myles Garrett, and can that sometimes happen when you're almost paying too much attention to him?
Absolutely, and I think that's why you saw maybe some of the other breakdowns is they have other good players, and we saw that with all of the pressure. And I think that from a Packer standpoint, under Matt LaFleur, I don't know if we saw more pressure against Jordan Love in his entire career than what we saw last week. And part of that is because you are not – it's coaching malpractice if you let Myles Garrett go one-on-one and he has 6 sacks. You have to pick your spots, and you have to trust some of your guys to go one-on-one, and you're not going to do that. I don't care who you have. Myles Garrett is going to draw attention. Now, if you're putting 2 and 3 guys out there, you better make sure he's blocked, and then you have to understand where the protection is. If, I think it was Malik Collins beat Elton a couple times. that you can live with. You're going to put one of your best one-on-one, and if that stuff is going to happen. But I thought you need to put a ton of attention on their best players because, again, coaching is about putting your players in a position to succeed and to win. And if you let their best player continually beat you, that's not doing that. And I thought Matt LaFleur and Stanovich and everybody else tried their best to limit what Miles did. And unfortunately, some of the other guys were more productive than I think everybody anticipated.
So a couple weeks, or maybe it was last week, we asked the question on our show of basically like, do you think that Jordan Love is going to be the only thing standing between this team and a Super Bowl win? After seeing how, well, one, how the entire game played out, but then two, just how Jordan Love was in those final few minutes. Do you think that's true? Do you think that Jordan Love is going to be the only thing standing between the Packers and a Super Bowl win?
No, I mean, I think get your special teams fixed. There are too many mistakes, and if that needs to get corrected as well. There's plenty of other things. I am not at all concerned about Jordan Love. That was obviously a horrible pick that he threw in that game. I also said I didn't think he should have been throwing the ball. So figuring that piece of it out, but I do think there's concern now as far as can we run the football and how effective will we be with Josh Jacobs. So I'm actually probably more concerned on the running the football side of it than I am about Jordan Love. There's plenty of things to be concerned about as far as where this offense is, because it is not up to par for what I think Matt LaFleur was hoping it would look like at this point in the season.
Mark, last thing, obviously your old coach, Barry Alvarez, has basically gone massively viral with his calling the Badger
Jesse
fans.
Nelson. No, I don't know if you knew this, Jim.
Yeah.
That was Jesse Nelson.
Oh, Jesse.
Viral.
Yes,
Viral
Jesse
Jesse.
Nelson went viral with Barry Alvarez. Jesse was not contacted by the State Journal to see if he wanted to walk back his part of what happened, but I did. I found it interesting. I thought you could give insight into this, that obviously Barry called the fans spoiled, and then he was reached out to by Jim Polzine, and Barry said they didn't realize that he went viral, and Cindy told him, his wife, and he said, sometimes I get heated and sometimes I get a little bit emotional. So that was the part I wanted to ask you about. Is that something that coach has done before where it's like, either to the media or to the team, where like, I maybe got a little too heated, or a little too into what I was saying, and I need to walk it back a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, he is. I said this after the comments came out and people were asking, and we talked about it on our show. Barry Alvarez is looking at this from a wholly different perspective than everybody else because he's lived it. Mm-hmm. And as a coach, I think he understands how frustrating it is. And I don't think he ever had a chance to fire Barry, but the recruiting part of it and all of that, that's where his mind goes. And I think he's just frustrated about where things got to on Saturday. So he is passionate. I mean, this is such a huge part of his life. I think it's crazy to not think he's going to be passionate about it. And yeah, there's times you maybe go too far. And I think Barry did. And I said that Tuesday, that, you don't ever want to tell fans not to come or to boo, not to go boo in a bar, which I thought was a really funny quote.
Yeah.
And I think he deserves some grace on that because he's so invested in what this is. And I think his frustration and his emotions can sometimes get the better of him, just like it can for all of us. I mean, if there's something really important to you and people are talking badly about it, you're going to also be passionate about it. Mm-hmm. So I didn't have a problem with it. He walked it back. I think we all understand that the Wisconsin Badgers and what Luke Fickell is doing, we need to be better than what we've been. And I think Barry was trying to say that in as nice a way as he can, and sometimes emotions get the best of you.
Go boo in a bar.
Boo in a bar.
Mark, good luck with your dental procedure.
Good luck. Thank you, guys.
All right, that's Mark Tauscher, brought to you by Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. Madison's custom, Madison's family-owned, and Madison's locally-owned jeweler. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown. We'll talk some Packers-Cowboys next.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Matt, you I don't mean this in a mean way, but you kind of look like your dog.
Moose is a handsome dog. So
you have beautiful
no
dogs.
offense taken. No offense taken at all.
Presented by Coors Light, streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde here to let you know Steinhoffels is celebrating 91 years as Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader. So join Tauscher, Jesse, and me as we broadcast from Steinhoffels off the Beltline on the west side of Madison this Friday. Stop by and take a quick test rest on a mattress in store, and Steinhoffels will donate $20 to Special Spaces Wisconsin, and you'll receive a $20 restaurant gift card. Wilde and Tausch live at Steinhoffels this Friday. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
One reason so many local organizations choose document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems? The people. Amanda Burrian, office manager at Covenant Lutheran Church.
One of the main things that has always been absolutely outstanding to me is the customer service rep that comes out and helps with the technical stuff. He is absolutely wonderful.
James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed business technology company. And that translates into better support, better service.
Fast, efficient, they're dedicated, and they're willing to be there when you need them. So it's wonderful service.
Amanda, James Imaging Systems, more like a vendor or more like a partner?
Like a partner.
And your overall business experience with James?
That feels more like a partnership as well.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
God knows. I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need her, my babies.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. We're in the Daily Dodge 95.3 WBEV and the Dam Sports Show studios here in Beaver Dam. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown with you. Primetime Lorshine back at the Everlight Solar Studios. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carbos Talk and Text Line. List is more. Obviously, you can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream because that's the only place you can watch us today. But you can watch back on ESPN Madison's YouTube, listen back on the ESPN Wisconsin app as well. And we're going to do our normal show as best we can. I do want to tell everyone about Canopy Wealth Management. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial journey with them today. They're fiduciaries, so they're going to do what's in your best interest. They're not going to chase short-term goals. They're going to do what is part of your financial plan that you work out with them. All right, let's get into a game we love to play, Molly. This time it's feels a little bit extra, little juice to it because it's Jerry Jones we're going to play a little for real or phony with. That's a little extra fun when you're playing a team like the Cowboys.
Well, look who's talking now.
You talking to me? Well, who the hell else are you talking? You talking to me?
Now, are they speaking the truth?
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Or feeding us crap?
You're a phony! Hey, everybody! This guy's a great big phony!
Time to decide if it's for real or phony.
Do I look like I'm in like another room than Jim?
The lighting is starkly
I don't know
different.
why.
It is surprising.
Maybe I need to like reset my.
Oh, you just turned your camera off. Oh,
No.
Hey.
All you got to do is just white balance that, baby.
Oh, well done, Molly.
Put your hand over it. Yes, Molly is, basically. I was like, why is Molly scooting closer to me? We're just going to do the same.
Well, he looks like he's like the angel, and I look like I'm like the demon coming from the dark.
A little bit.
I did also point out, and I probably also had the resting browsing face.
Browsing face.
Yes, because that's the
RBF.
one. Yes, the rest RBF. Isn't that what it stands for?
Yep.
Resting browsing face.
Of course.
Molly had resting browsing face during some of Mark's interview,
you
and
guys,
I'm sure I did too.
I had to do my research because I wanted to see what years overlap for Tauscher's career at Wisconsin and what years Barry Alvarez was the head coach. So I just wanted to make sure I knew everything.
Oh, okay. Molly
It's
Brown.
a circle.
The circle. Like if we do this, it's like it's kind of funny. It's like my hand disappears and it kind of like create like a video where it's like I can reach. No.
If you came into my, never mind.
What are we doing here?
Go boo in a bar.
All right, anyways, why don't we get into some Jerry Jones, Green Bay Packers, Micah Parsons conversation, guys. So we were just talking about with Tauscher a little bit how this matchup has a lot of juice because it is Micah's former team. This is his fourth game with the Packers. And what now what are we laughing about? What are we chuckling?
So weird.
What?
It's just because like we now look even closer
You're just
together.
staring at each other?
Right, but like in the camera. But no, it's not. You're still going to be right in the camera. Like that's not the weird part. The weird part is that like if I'm trying to stay engaged, I'm just like looking at myself or looking directly at Molly. Those are the two things I can look at.
How do you guys carpool together for like 4 hours at a time? Round
it's
trip.
uncomfortable. We don't like it.
I bet. All right. Well, it's usually uncomfortable when you listen to.
We don't spend the drive staring into each other's eyes as the show is currently going.
Oh, you don't?
I don't know. Molly
through the rearview mirror.
As Molly pointed out at the beginning of the show, she is a bit of a peeper, so you never know, Jim. You never know what she might be looking at. Anyways.
Okay, cesspool.
Jerry Jones, looking ahead to this matchup with the Packers. He joined.
Can you tell me what's on my phone?
Actually, just kidding.
Jerry Jones joined W105.3 The Fan in Dallas yesterday for his weekly radio appearance. They asked him how the Cowboys plan to handle Micah Parsons in his first game back at Jerry's
Michael?
World. Michael?
It makes for an exciting time, and I'm anxious to see if over the years when I saw Michael's mitigated, when I saw teams playing pretty well, which he's going to make some plays no matter how you play him. But when I saw people play us well with Micah in the game, and it did happen, then obviously we'll be looking to try to run those kinds of plays.
Molly, what do you think of Jerry Jones' hard-hitting football analysis there? Run those kinds of plays that other teams ran against Micah when they mitigated him.
He's just so annoying. Like, the fact that you're just trying to, like, downgrade who Micah Parsons is as a player. And he's been doing that the second that the news came out that he didn't bring him back to the Cowboys. Like, he's been saying, oh, well, we need to be better against the run and all this stuff. It's like, come on. You literally have a generational talent. Like, stop trying to disparage him. Like, ugh.
Jim?
Yeah, I mean, this is, I guess, technically phony. Maybe Jerry believes it, but this is just dumb. I mean,
you're a phony.
Dallas was bad against the run, bad against the pass, and really were only good against the pass rush, or they were elite in pass rushing when Micah was there. But their defense doesn't have as many players on different levels because you got Gary. To me, was a B plus tier pass rusher, but when you add Micah Parsons now, Rashawn Gary goes up to A tier. Edgerrin Cooper looks like he could be one of those werewolves on the middle of the field at that second level, and then obviously McKinney at the third level. Werewolf. So you got those dogs. You got dogs on many levels. What does Dallas have? Because even I think Diggs is overrated. He
hasn't done much since that first year that he got an interception, every game it felt
but
like.
That goes back to, turnovers can be a little bit of luck. Some of those were bouncing off people, and so I don't think he's the player that he was supposed to be. I think he's probably a fine player, but the Bears didn't have any problems with him.
I was going to say I saw a
Giants didn't have any problems with him.
terrible highlight of him going up against Roma Dunze, and I think one of his first long touchdown passes.
Yeah.
Where he tries to jam him at the line, and then Diggs just falls down almost, essentially. And then Dunze just runs scot-free down the field.
And that was actually an audible, or I guess, what you call it, a hot route, that once they saw that Diggs fell, that wasn't the designed route.
Then just go for the end zone.
Yeah, because it was wide open then, because Diggs had nobody behind him. So even worse, that Diggs tried to jam him when he had no help behind him.
But let's just say this. Micah Parsons was the Cowboys' defense in the same way that he is the Packers' defense.
Yep.
The reason behind the success is because of Micah Parsons. I think there was a stat even when he first came to the Packers. We were at Ruth's Chris. I feel like we were watching it on the TV, and with Micah Parsons on the team for the Cowboys. No, not Michael. When Micah, when he was on the Cowboys, they were one of the top teams in sacks. And the second he leaves the field, they're bottom tier for sacks. He was your defense.
Yep.
Don't try and downplay it.
Yeah, absolutely. They went from they had probably a C defense that he took to a B, and the Packers probably had a B defense that Mike has taken to an A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, looking a little back to the trade, that is, Jerry Jones was also asked about the timing of the trade, why ultimately they didn't try to trade Micah around the draft when they could have theoretically gotten the best possible value in draft picks for him, or at least at the time when draft picks would be the most valuable leading up to the draft. Here was his rationale for why he felt like the timing of the trade was right for the Cowboys.
Not at all. We needed this timing. We needed to be right here at the beginning of the season, in my mind, to get the highest value. I heard people talking about, well, why didn't you trade him back before the draft? Because draft picks become the most valuable timing-wise. You can have them in the off-season before the draft. That's when the pick becomes much more valuable and the player becomes less valuable if you're trading a player for potential picks. So I knew the time to get the picks was while this season was available to whoever got Micah.
Are you guys as confused as I am after listening to that explanation?
I don't know what that meant.
Yeah. I get what he's saying. It's kind of like a businessman idea of hey, if I'm selling my house, it's a buyer's market. And then you want to be, if you're selling your house, you want to be in a seller's market. If you're buying a house, you want to be in a buyer's market.
Right.
So he was saying that he got rid of Micah during the seller's market in his mind. Now, obviously, that's not right, because the difference would be, to continue the house analogy, if you got an amazing house, you don't have to play the market. It's just going to sell for what you want to sell it for. So you had an amazing house in Micah Parsons. You could maximize value whenever you wanted to maximize value. And it doesn't look like you got a lot. It's hard because a player was involved, and I guess you kind of expect that with Jerry Jones of Dallas doesn't want to punt on the season. Kenny Clark is a good player. So that's probably the equivalent of a second-round pick. So they got, a first and then the equivalent of a second-round pick in there. Was there anything else given up in that trade?
No, it was 2 firsts and Kenny Clark.
2 firsts and Kenny Clark. And so in theory, it could have been 2 firsts and a second-rounder.
Yeah, I suppose.
But I don't know if the Packers could have absorbed Micah without moving Kenny.
No, probably not. It's cap-wise, and then also, I'm not sure how I would have figured out. But anyways, last question that Jerry Jones answered was about this coming Sunday's game, and if he does feel any extra juice for the game with Micah, it being his first game back in Dallas.
Jerry, do you feel any extra competitive drive to win this week with Micah Parsons coming back?
Yes, I do. And I think that, of course, I have said this time and time again, I think the world of Micah. And as an individual, and of course, know him well. And I might say I wish him well, except it's obvious I don't this weekend in terms of Green Bay winning the ball game.
So, Molly, I'll start with you. Do you think Jerry sounded for real or phony with that response?
Yeah. For real, I guess. The Packers are 6.5-point favorites in Dallas. That stadium is going to be over 50% Packers fans in my mind. Or a lot of Cowboys fans that are wearing Cowboys jerseys, but they're Micah jerseys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Micah jerseys.
Yes, there will be. He's just... Ugh. Is this his radio show, or does he just call in like once a week? How does this work?
It's his weekly radio appearance on this station, which I want to say this came up last year too. I think he he's a part owner of the station, so it is like kind of his, but at the very least, like it's his home field. This radio appearance, like they're there for Jerry. Jim, did you feel he was for real or phony?
I mean, I think he does like Micah, but I guess I'll say he's for real. But the whole thing, if the Packers lose to Dallas, it's worse than losing to Cleveland by a lot.
Yes.
And the Packers aren't going to lose to Dallas.
Jim, you did that with the Browns last week too.
No, but I'll tell you, I feel fine about this one. I was nervous about the Browns game, but this one I actually do feel fine.
The Browns are elite on defense, so like to your
Cowboys
point,
have a good offense.
Again, you guys, any
Lamb.
given Sunday,
True.
Poor CeeDee
True.
Lamb. Any given Sunday, it is an NFL team that they're going up against, but I do think that the Packers are better. And also, I don't think that they're going to come off of the loss against the Browns in the way that they did lose and not come ready to play in Dallas. Like, I don't think that's happening. I don't think it's going to happen 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I agree with all that. Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Okay, well, I'm knocking on wood too. Now, one last thing I want to have you guys listen to before we finish this up. Micah Parsons did also answer almost the same question about playing back at Jerry's World, and comparing that to Jerry's response. What do you guys think?
Micah, obviously it's a big week for you, going to be an emotional week for you. How do you channel that? How do you, when you go out there, make sure that you're taking care of what you got to take care of?
For me, I accepted my fate weeks ago when the trade happened. So for me, it's just all about playing another game and just doing what I do best. And that's just be a disruptive football player. I think the media and the fans are trying to blow it up to be such a big thing. But, I just look at it just another game at AT&T.
Guys, do you think Mike is being a little for real or phony with that one?
He's being phony. I mean, I get it. Like he's
You're
in
a phony!
He's a better situation now, but you still want to go out there and you want to prove to Jerry that he screwed this up. Because Micah wanted to be a Cowboy for life. He was very much the face of the franchise right there with Dak. And the whole thing ended just so sloppily. And so, I just think that – I think he was surprised by the trade. I think the whole thing ended ugly. And I think he's happy in Green Bay, but he definitely wants to remind the Cowboys that they screwed up.
I don't really love that he said I accepted my fate weeks ago. Like, oh, your fate was Green Bay. That makes
when
me
he
feel
says
a little,
that, do you think he's saying I accepted my fate of I'm not going to finish my
I'm
career
not going to be a cowboy. Yeah, I'm not going to
Yeah.
be a Cowboy for life.
Yeah.
Because I think, like Jim said, he was very vocal about that. Like, there was numerous times on whether it was his podcast or others that he said that he wanted to be a Cowboy for life. But I agree with Jim. I think it's phony. I think he wants to go out there and prove to them what they lost, which why wouldn't you? So I'm excited, but I also hope that he has the comfort level, I think, that he was talking about just being back at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, but I will say I do like the fact that he's being a little phony here. Like, don't add any extra element to this. Like, honestly, you want the guy to be honest and be authentic, but at the same time, you also
just doing what I do best.
Quarterback, tackler.
You want him to be free and clear out there on the field at AT&T Stadium. I want him to get 4 sacks on Sunday. It would be so awesome if he does.
That'd be incredible.
I mean,
The only thing that would work, he'll be very disruptive. I mean, Dak is mobile and Dak is smart, and so I could see. And he also is. I mean, I don't know what he was doing against the Bears last game. A lot of checkdowns. A lot of his throws are very short. Like, he can get the ball out quickly and efficiently. Jake Ferguson might have another big game. I think Jake had 12 catches against the Bears.
No touchdown.
But 12 catches for 50 yards. Like, he didn't.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
he had 15. Didn't he have 15 catches?
Maybe ended up with 50.
It was crazy.
He got the ball out of his hands quickly to Ferguson. They weren't. Yeah. They were basically glorified runs. So I could see a lot of just very quick throws from Dak. So his numbers might look like a high completion percentage, and they might even put a few points on the board, but they're not going to be meaningful points.
How do you think that's going to compare to Jordan Love's stat line?
Let's talk about that on the other side. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Matt, you I don't mean this in a mean way, but you kind of look like your dog.
Moose is a handsome dog. So
You have beautiful
no
dogs.
offense taken. No offense taken at all.
Presented by Coors Light. Streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Looking for the perfect pizza meal just for you? Introducing Pizza Hut's new personal pizzas, the Crafted Flats. 5 bold, hand-stretched personal pizza recipes. 3 cheese, pepperoni duo, the ultimate, and for a limited time, Nashville hot chicken and chicken bacon ranch. All just $5 each, all day. The perfect pizza deal for lunch, dinner, or on game days. Order your $5 Crafted Flats at one of their locations or online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? For a limited time at TPC Wisconsin, enjoy full golf privileges and all club amenities without full dues. Pay just $150 per month through March to maintain your full golf membership with no golf dues until April 1st. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Schedule a tour or submit a membership inquiry at tpcwisconsin.com and start enjoying the private golf club experience you deserve. That's tpcwisconsin.com.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Striving for excellence is exactly what we do.
Our suite of master craftsmen ensure every roof we install will last.
We believe in giving you exceptional results.
And the satisfaction and durability you want with your suite of metal roof.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Suita. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Suita metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Suita Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
It's the best time of the year, and you know what that means for me. It's tailgating season. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. For my friends at Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. If you're in Madison tailgating before a game, there's only one thing to do to elevate your experience, and that's bring it with Door County Distillery. Whether that's the cherry brandy for your old-fashioned, the single malt whiskey, or any of the gins, vodkas, and in-betweens, Door County Distillery has you covered. Find the retailer nearest you at doorcountydistillery.com.
I was really anxious about college and felt overwhelmed at choosing one, but I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. One tour of Madison College campus was all it took. The campus environment is amazing, so welcoming and friendly, and everyone is really supportive. My advice? See this campus for yourself. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
No sleep till!
You all know that I've been loving my results from Carbon World Health. I started going to their brand new location in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, seriously, the design, everything, just so clean, aesthetically pleasing. Everything is just beautiful there. And they have everything that you can imagine at their med spa. They've got laser treatments, injectables, body contouring, vitamin drips, and so much more. You need to head over to carbonworldhealth.com right now to learn more and get started on your health and wellness journey.
She's Molly Brown. I am Jim Rutledge. We are in Beaver Dam. We are at the Daily Dodge WBEV Dam Sports Show studios here in Beaver Dam. Primetime Lower back at the Everlight Solar Studio. Get into the show, 770-3776. It's Cowboys Talking text line. List is more. We're going to post a side limited poll question in a second. But I was distracted by this, and I want to get to it in a second, and then we'll get to our question. So someone posted online, if no one's tried the mayo and green grapes combo for breakfast, please try it. It's so good. So someone retweeted it and said, take a pregnancy test now. So, Molly, did you have any, like, during either one of your pregnancies, any, like, kind of funky cravings?
Nothing crazy like that. I feel like the only thing that I ever wanted was, like, a chicken sandwich. Like, from, like, different establishments. Just, like, a fried chicken sandwich. Which, like, I crave that already, just not being pregnant.
Yeah,
but, like, it was, like, heightened where I was like, I need this. I need this now. But I didn't have, like, pickles and ice cream or peanut butter and pickles, whatever the heck, like, people say that there is. I didn't have anything crazy like that, no.
Yeah, neither did Tanya. I do remember, honestly, the biggest craving I remember her having was she did a juice fast, and then she did that for, like, 4 days.
Pregnant?
No, separately, sorry. And so
I was like, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, no, sorry. Should have cleared that up. She did a juice fast, not pregnant, and she did it for like 3 days, but you can't eat. It's literally just having juice. So when she finally, and like we were dating at the point, so I wasn't living with her, and I would talk to her on the phone or whatever, and I'm like, you need to go. And I think I went and bought, I think I got her, it was a place in Oregon. It's not there anymore, but I got her fried chicken from this place, and I'm like, you need to eat, because she was like dying. Like she was like no energy, and I was like, you just got to punt on this juice fast thing. And then she like, was craving fried chicken from this very specific place in Oregon that I brought over.
That's so funny.
But like that was like the biggest craving I remember.
There was a guy at our office. He's now in our Milwaukee office. But this isn't like a food craving, but he only ate like brats and eggs for like days on end. And it was just like, I don't think that's healthy. Brats, I don't think are good for you like that.
Roommates?
No?
Brats and eggs?
Was this?
No idea. Irrelevant.
No.
No? Okay.
No, this was our guy Dooley. He's over in our Milwaukee office now. But he literally was like, "Aren't brats and eggs healthy?" We're like, "No, brats probably have like your like entire daily amount of fat that you're supposed to eat, and also they say that you're only supposed to eat like X amount of brats per year." Like
per year. Wait, where do you see that?
There's some stat like you're only supposed to eat like, I don't know, let's say 5 per year.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that.
Wait,
yeah,
I definitely eat more than that in a year. Like, I love brats.
If you're on the YouTube stream or you're listening, 844-770-3776, Cowboys Talking text line list is more. How many brats do you eat during a year?
More than.
I usually eat 2 per sitting.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I don't, but I could.
I mean, anytime you're at a tailgate, honestly, almost every tailgate I go to, I'd probably have a brat, especially if it's Packers related.
I feel like during the summer I make brats every other week. Like it's just one of the things.
It's
like I can grill on the weekend. Yeah.
I swear, I heard somebody tell me that you're only supposed to have like less than like 5 per year because they're processed, they're high in fat, all the different things.
Jeff Hall, our DJ for Wisconsin College Game Day, just gave us a look too. 5 does not seem like
none of us follow that rule. We all eat a lot of brats here. Don't worry.
What? Yeah, we have the brat fries up here in Beaver Dam too. Yeah. I could eat 5 brats if I really needed to. I probably could eat 5 brats.
I could too. I could maybe not live on brats, but I could eat a brat every day. I love brats. Way better than hot dogs.
Brat. Ryan, did you obviously you're not pregnant.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah. But do you have any like weird cravings or anything, like just in general, like you were like, I have this specific weird taste, like this sort of what was it, mayo and green grapes?
The green grapes and mayo, I don't.
That's insane.
That also reminds me of like a chicken salad. You know how people make like grapes and chicken and that? Like, but that's the vibes I'm
This
getting?
is also untoasted white bread, so it like looks extra gross.
Oh, there's bread on it?
Yeah. So
I thought it was just like green grapes dipped in mayo.
No. Sorry, it's on untoasted white bread too.
Oh.
And like I think if you toasted like a nice piece of bread and put cream cheese on with some grapes, maybe that's palatable.
Sounds like this person was like couldn't afford avocado for avocado toast or something.
I don't know.
Sorry, Ryan. Anyways, your pregnancy cravings.
My pregnancy cravings. I've never had pregnancy cravings, but I've had other cravings that I think many of us have experienced before.
Meat is tight.
But I would say the weirdest ones that I've probably had is more like, there's definitely a thing that I used to do when I just got out of college and I was trying to like save money a lot. One thing I would do is that you've often seen me, Molly, you're talking about what other people eat in the office or common things we bring for lunch. I eat a lot of soup But another thing I often
Click.
another thing I often bring is like almost like a
What's going on with your mouth today? You can't
Almost-
drink.
almost like a Slim Jim like turkey stick. If you've
Yes.
seen me have those, so those are just like lean turkey meat, right? But they're super cheap, and I have a lot of them.
Those are cheap?
Fairly cheap for like what they are. Because you don't need a lot of them to like actually fill you up. They're like high in protein. They're unlike brats, they are pretty good for you.
Okay.
But I would often, when I wanted like a little snack and I wanted like the cheapest thing I could find, I would take that, I would roll it up in a tortilla shell, and I would just sprinkle hot sauce on it. And that was like a late night snack sometimes.
Wait, that's actually funny that you say that because my husband, like, we don't buy bread because he has like a bread addiction, I swear to God, so he will just like house bread. He's weird. But like there's been times where like we have hot sticks in the fridge and he will get a raw piece of like white bread. And then he will put mayo. Raw? Yes, I'm just going to say raw because it's not toasted. It's nothing. It's just fresh out of the bag. Puts like mayo on it, puts a hot stick in it, and then just eats it like a sandwich. Not going to lie, it's pretty good.
Is it?
Yes, and I don't like white bread because I feel like a trash human after I eat white bread.
I don't like white bread, and I don't like mayo. The other thing sounded yummy, but the
hot stick.
Yeah,
it was actually pretty good. It was almost like a not bougie like ham sandwich. But
I feel like
not
at
so
some
much
point
meat.
in my life I had like white bread and maybe some mayo and then like Cheetos or something in a sandwich.
Oh, I would put Cheetos in a sandwich all day, every day because
Chips
you gotta
on a
put
sandwich?
Chips. Yes, always. Always.
Elite every time.
The crunch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, especially because white bread is so like it has no form.
So raw. It's like Molly said.
Yeah.
Processed.
Yeah. You're like basically eating air. I don't know what it is. It doesn't fill you up.
No.
No, I'm more of a multi-grain kind of gal.
Okay.
All right, we'll get to some. The Molly laugh thing is fantastic. All right, we'll talk sports on the other side. I swear. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Presented by Coors Light.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde here to let you know Steinhafels is celebrating 91 years as Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader. So join Tauscher, Jesse, and me as we broadcast from Steinhafels off the Beltline on the west side of Madison this Friday. Stop by and take a quick test rest on a mattress in store, and Steinhafels will donate $20 to Special Spaces Wisconsin, and you'll receive a $20 restaurant gift card. Wilde and Tausch live at Steinhafels this Friday. Relax, it's Steinhafels.
One reason so many local organizations choose document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems? The people. Amanda Burrian, office manager at Covenant Lutheran Church.
One of the main things that has always been absolutely outstanding to me is the customer service rep that comes out and helps with the technical stuff. He is absolutely wonderful.
James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed business technology company. And that translates into better support, better service.
Fast, efficient, they're dedicated, and they're willing to be there when you need them, so it's wonderful service.
Amanda, James Imaging Systems, more like a vendor or more like a partner?
Like a partner.
And your overall business experience with James?
That feels more like a partnership as well.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
This is Martin Sesaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special. Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's gonna swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, streaming exclusively on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
We're learning a lot about each other.
That made it sweeter yesterday, didn't it? Just Jordan Love just absolutely down his leg.
One of the great choke jobs of the year. That interception was incomprehensible.
When I went on our ESPN Madison affiliate and I said Jordan Love is everything I've dreamed that the Packers would have at a quarterback. Got you all lathered up for 2 weeks.
All right.
And then...
Now listen, relax. It's going to end up getting played on ESPN
Broadcasting
Madison.
live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Molly Brown. Here's Jim Rutledge.
It is hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. The Mountains Blue, you know what to do.
And
that's Crush, a Coors Light.
Good job, Ryan.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Daily Dodge WBEV Damn Sports Show. Another pun, Molly.
Yep.
Studios here in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, home of the Thirsty Beaver, Beaver Cleaners, and the Dam Bar.
And the Golden Beavers.
And the Golden Beavers. Primetime Warshine back at the Everlight Solar Studio. Any puns back there?
Not today. It's not been very punny here in Madison anymore.
That's because the
You're not having a good day?
That's because the punniest people are not in the ESPN Madison office.
That is correct.
Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's the Carbon Stalker text line. This is more. You also can stream us, obviously, on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream because this is a stream-only show. You can listen back on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And, Molly, this time, we're going to talk sports. I don't know what it is when we're digi-only. I feel like we talk less sports, let alone if it's just you and I doing a show, which is the rest of the week. Is Matt back next week?
I think so.
It's back next Tuesday. That's what the schedule says, at least. He's currently in London, Canada.
I was going to say, I didn't think he was going anywhere besides Canada, so it's good.
Canada?
Yeah.
Really?
It'd be fun.
Yeah. Just focus on handling your drinks over there.
There.
Instead of wordplay. All right, so I want to get to this. The Cowboys are terrible, and we have some audio from Michelle Smallman from Unsportsmanlike. The Cowboys are terrible on defense specifically this year. Offensively, they do have some weapons, but they are going to miss CeeDee Lamb against the Packers, and they missed CeeDee Lamb most of the game against the Bears, and they only scored 14 points in that game. Packers defense exponentially better than the Bears defense, so I'm expecting the Packers to be able to throttle the Cowboys here. And really the only question is how good is this Packers offense, because it's been, I would say, like fits and starts. Like it has little bits and pieces that are good, but then it breaks down again. So how are they going to look? How's it going to be at the end of the game? Jalen Hurts, 216 total yards, 2 touchdowns, 82% completion percentage, 94.2 QB rating against the Cowboys. That's week 1. You're trying to get your feet underneath you. Week 2, Russell Wilson, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, a QB rating of 123. Caleb Williams, 298, 4 touchdowns, 142.6 QB rating. So they're only getting better at this point. Jordan Love would have to have a perfect QB rating to continue the QB rating climb against this bad Cowboys defense. On top of that, Molly, they've seen this defense. This is Matt Eberflus running as defensive coordinator. This is the same defense that he ran in Chicago. And that's all other factors to the Packers should be able to put up a lot of points. I don't believe Jadeveon Clowney will be cleared to play, but maybe he will be. I know they signed him recently. I know he didn't play against Chicago. I don't know what will happen. But before we get to our side and limited poll question, what kind of – are you expecting a big game out of Jordan Love?
I don't know if I ever expect a big game out of Jordan Love / this offense in general. Like, I think Tauscher, when he was just on a little bit ago, he said putting up 30 points, right? And I feel like the other day when I was listening to their show, he said a 50-60 burger, which is absolutely crazy to me. I feel like this Packers offense just in general has always had a hard time, like, scoring points. I mean, I don't know if there's been a massive game in Jordan Love's career as a starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers that they've put up like a whomping of points. So I think it might be they put up 44 points against Dallas in that playoff game a few years ago. But 40, that was also
it's 42 they put up against them in Jerry's World.
And I mean, that was also a total team effort too, which I think this weekend will be as well. But like, that wasn't just 42 points from the offense.
Yeah, was that 1 or 2 touchdowns from the defense?
There were 0 actually. It was 3 passing touchdowns for Jordan Love, 3 rushing touchdowns for Aaron Jones.
I swear to God, I thought there was like
a pick six. Maybe they just had big returns and then get all the way to the end zone.
Possibly.
You know what? Because Darnell Savage did have a pick 6 in that game, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so I might have been looking at it wrong then. All right, I know each of them had 3 touchdowns respectively, Jordan Love and Aaron Jones.
What I pulled up here from Google, Jordan Love's best game was basically September 29, 2024 against the Vikings. 389 yards, 4 touchdowns, 32 completions. Those are all his highs. Let's hear from Michelle Smallman, converted Packers fan, on Unsportsmanlike. Let's get her thoughts on what she needs to see from Jordan Love.
What do you need to see in this game to satisfy you as a Packers fan with his performance?
Well, obviously, first and foremost, they have to win the game. But I would love to see Jordan Love light up this defense like we saw other quarterbacks do. You just mentioned Caleb Williams. If Caleb Williams can go in there and have the best game, the best performance of his career as a Chicago Bear against this Dallas Cowboys defense, what is stopping Jordan Love from doing the same? Nothing. And you really need to come out after that consequential turnover that ultimately helped you lose the game against the Cleveland Browns and make a statement here. Maybe he doesn't view it that way. Maybe just getting the win is enough. But if everybody else is lighting up this defense, you should too. You absolutely should. The Cowboys have allowed 13 completions of 25 or more yards, including 5 passing touchdowns of more than 25 yards. I want to see Jordan Love with some big explosive plays against this Dallas Cowboys defense.
So is this the game for Matthew Golden?
It could be. That would be a lot of air yards for Jordan Love. I'm curious on his. And I feel like they do move the ball down the field. I feel like he's in that sweet spot of like 15 to 20 yards through the air for Jordan Love for those big plays. Because Tucker Kraft has turned some 10-yard throws into 30.
Yep.
So one statistic that did stand out from the Cowboys game is that Jordan Love only had 1 pass of 10-plus air yards, or maybe at least 1 completion of 10-plus air yards against the Browns. He usually averages 10 attempts of 10-plus air yards per game. Usually it's about 16% of his passes. So it's actually pretty high that he's airing it out down the field relative to most quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, because I think initially I think of deep plays and I think like bombs, but a lot of times he is putting the ball in the air that 10 to 20 yard, a little bit more range pretty regularly. So I wonder if he can do that. I don't. Obviously, Zach Tom likely not going to play. Aaron Banks, do we have an update on him?
As far as I've seen, they haven't released an injury report yet. That'll come out later this afternoon. They haven't practiced yet either, but I'd imagine he'll be questionable leading into this game again once again.
Hasn't he had 3 separate injuries in 3 different games?
So he came in in the preseason he had a back issue, and then I believe he had a different issue coming into the Browns game, and then he left that game with a groin issue. So yeah, he is a walking. I don't like to say it about players sometimes, but he is a walking injury issue.
Yep.
Like it just keeps popping up for him.
Yeah, and the Packers don't have proven depth right now. Jordan Morgan at this point in his career is a bust. Now he's got plenty of time, but you would call it close.
Didn't look good.
Trending towards bust over trending towards being a productive player. It's plenty of time left. And Belton obviously had a horrible game. So that he's a rookie. So you can't blame the players, even the second-year guy in Morgan, but you got to give him a little bit more time. But that's not the depth you're looking for on the offensive line. Regardless, I still think the Cowboys are pretty terrible at pass rush, so the Packers should be able to keep Jordan Love upright and allow him to have a big game.
So Jordan Love's stats in that 2024 playoff game against the Cowboys. He had 16 completions on 21 attempts for 272 yards and 3 touchdowns.
So does he need? Should we ask it like that? Does Jordan Love need to top his prior performance against the Cowboys for you to feel confident in his Packers offense?
I mean, because that's an elite game for him.
Yeah. I mean, that might be his best game. I mean, I guess the highs are against the Vikings, but that's a pretty elite game.
And also, I hope he doesn't perform the way that he did against the Vikings, because that one that you gave, that was only second half stats, basically, because the team didn't do anything in the first half.
I think they were down 28-7 at halftime. It was at least a 3-score game at halftime, I remember. There was a lot of garbage stats in that stat line.
Is that the game we were at?
No.
Okay.
No, this was last year. Yeah, this was the first.
Okay.
This was the home game last year against the Vikings, and it was.
Yep. You know what that was? That was his first game back from injury after Malik Willis started 2 games. So that was his first game back after getting injured in Brazil against the Eagles.
So his QBR in this Cowboys game from a few years ago was 157.2.
That's darn near perfect. I think 158 is perfect.
Yep. They said
158.3, yeah.
Yeah. Had he have not thrown an incomplete pass late in the game, he would have achieved a perfect 158.3 passer rating.
How obnoxious is the passer rating is 158.3 for perfect? Like, why isn't it just 158?
Or 160?
It is weird.
Yeah.
Also, it's like, I mean, isn't it like SAT scores? Like it's like a scale of 0 to like 1,600 or whatever for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
Does it go up if you don't make a pass? Just like how if you don't answer a question on SAT, you don't get negative points. You know what I mean?
No.
Was that too inside baseball?
Yeah, that was about 10 years ago that I took those tests. I don't remember how they worked.
Fair.
Yeah, it was longer than that for me.
Do they have those back then?
Know.
Oh, sorry.
Did they? Wait, were Scantrons a thing? When did pencils get created?
Did you use a calculator?
We had to carve on the rocks.
Beep, boop, bop, bop, beep.
Good one.
844-770-3776. That's the Carbasaki text line. Less is more. So our side limited poll question is, does Jordan Love need to have outperform his prior game against Dallas for you to feel confident in his Packers offense?
Good. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that might be his most memorable game in my mind since he's been the starter. Am I wrong in thinking that?
I mean, that's definitely the one everyone always points to. That being like, once everyone saw him perform in that game, that's when everyone convinced themselves that he could be the next, franchise quarterback, the next in the legacy of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. So, I mean, it's his marquee game at this point for sure. But even then, it was a game where, like, if we're talking like, when is there been a game where he's like kind of put the team on his back? He didn't have to put the team on his back in that one. Like we said, I mean, it was a complete team performance. And I was actually wrong before. I said they scored 42 points in that game. It was 48. That's what it was. He had 3 passing touchdowns. Aaron Jones had 3 rushing touchdowns, and Darnell Savage had a pick 6. So I mean, it was an absolute whomping of the Dallas Cowboys. And then we all saw what happened in the next game when he had to try and put the team on his back in the fourth quarter against the Niners. So not so great, Bob.
Chalmers Jewelers is fantastic, Bob and Ryan and Molly. Madison's custom jeweler, Madison's family-owned jeweler, Madison's locally owned jeweler. So if you need a custom piece of jewelry, an engagement ring, a wedding band, or a nice watch like my ball watch here, you can see on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. All those are available at Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What was I supposed to say?
I don't know. I wanted some validation. I was looking for like a soft reach out. It was like I was trying to reconnect, have a chat with Evan, and I thought I'd get more of like.
You didn't need he wasn't asking my approval. It wasn't.
I was honestly just looking for like
fishing for praise.
Yes, yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
Presented by Coors Light, streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
James Imaging Systems, the best document imaging technology, the best local service, and perhaps best of all, the very best people. People you can count on. People you can trust. That's all important to Amanda Burian, office manager with Covenant Lutheran Church.
Absolutely. I think that having their reliability, I think just having them as a teammate and a partner.
James Imaging Systems, partnering with local businesses and organizations to help them be more productive and more efficient.
You don't have to worry about the printing, the ink. You don't have to worry about the copier. They take care of all of it.
Saving the church money?
It's definitely a savings.
One last question, Amanda. Would you recommend James to others?
I would definitely recommend James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
I wasn't sure if college was right for me. I worried that it would be too stressful or rigid. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, the atmosphere is relaxed, and the instructors are friendly and collaborative. It's such a cohesive environment. My advice to others, take a deep breath and go for it. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Pizza lovers, when the craving hits, hit back with Pizza Hut's $5 crafted flats pizzas. Mark Tauscher here, and new at Pizza Hut, 5 bold, hand-stretched personal pizza recipes. 3 cheese, pepperoni duo, the ultimate, and for a limited time, chicken bacon ranch, and Nashville hot chicken. All just $5 each all day. Perfect for lunch, dinner, or game day. Order your $5 handcrafted flats at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
The search for luxury begins at Audi Madison. Save $5,500 when you purchase or lease a new 2025 Audi Q7 55. National customer credit is good toward the purchase, finance, or lease of a new Audi, but is only available until September 30th. Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
The people have spoken, and the results are undeniable. Ridgetop Exteriors delivers. We swept the People's Choice Awards. Best roofing, best siding, best windows, and best overall home improvement company. That's not just winning, that's setting the standard with expert craftsmanship, top materials, and service that keeps homeowners coming back. 4 categories, 4 wins, 1 name. Ridgetop Exteriors, your only choice for home exteriors. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and experience the difference today.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
College has been educating Wisconsin students since 1912, more than a century of opportunity. Today, many students actually start their bachelor's degree right at Madison College. That's exactly what I did. With special transfer tracks and agreements with schools like UW, you can save money, earn credits, and then move right into a 4-year program. It's a proven pathway to success, and it all starts at Madison College. Start your path at madisoncollege.edu.
She's Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge. We are not in the Everlight Solar Studio. We are in the Daily Dodge 95.3 WBEV in the Dam Sports Show. Studios up here in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. We are on 12 to 2 on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. And that's because the Brewers take on the Padres today at a kind of a funky time. First pitch at 3:10, pregame at 2:34. So we're doing a digi-only show. You can stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app as well. I hear a rumor that sooner than later you'll be able to stream this show live, even if we are digi-only. That the digi will include the
digi.
Does digi? How do we feel about digi?
I actually like it. I feel like this was like a Mark Tauscher thing that he started to be digi only for like Willie and Tausch.
Your little nookie.
Yep. Digi and your nookie. No, I like it.
I don't like that.
You don't like digi and nookie?
Don't say. Did you say digi in your nookie?
No.
Oh, that's what I thought you said.
Nookie. No, digi and nookie.
Okay. Did I hear? Because earlier she said. What did you say? We thought you said
she
spit.
on the equipment there at ESPN Beaver Dam.
I can't speak, apparently.
Yeah.
No,
I've been there, Molly. It happens.
What was I?
You were having problems drinking your drink.
Yeah.
Spill. I said spill, but you guys thought I said spit.
So Molly's had drinking problems today. She's admitted to peeping on my phone, and she also
let's not make me sound like a freak.
And she's also talking about digis and
It's not like a us thing. That's more of a you thing there, Molly.
Okay, I'm sorry. If somebody has cesspool written on their phone, you're gonna see it.
No, you wouldn't.
Is he what?
Jim, would you?
No, I'll be honest. I haven't really looked at. Now I'm gonna try to peep on Molly's phone.
Okay, creep. I don't have anything weird, like Ryan.
Scoot over here.
Creep.
All yours. I'll even
right.
tell you the password.
Oh, look at that. I give mine, but it's my password for like everything. You'd have like complete.
That's actually true.
Yeah,
literally everything is the same. If you hack one thing of mine, you're getting into everything.
You get the whole access to my life if you do that. That's not how it's supposed to be done. We're all getting no before emails now. To change your passwords and emails up. All right, so we have a Siding Unlimited poll question. Ryan, did you end up posting that one you sent to us?
That I did.
All right, so Ryan the Wordsmith put out a better question than we were throwing out here on the air. Should Jordan Love have a better performance this Sunday versus the Cowboys than he did in 2023, the playoff route? 844-770-3776 is the Carbos Talk text line. List is more. You obviously can chime in on the YouTube stream as well. Little note here. I found this out was interesting. Jordan Love is the only quarterback in the NFC North not to have won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
This year. Yeah, that's tough, but also I feel like he hasn't really been in a position.
Well, there would always be one so far.
So does that mean that the first 3 weeks have all been from quarterbacks in the NFC North?
Yes.
Yep.
That's how neat. That's
So
a fun
if you think
stat.
because if you think about it, J.J. McCarthy, he led his team to a comeback win essentially.
Oh, he got
against the
NFC
Bears.
Offensive Player of the Week
Yep.
for that?
Yep.
And then you got to think Jared Goff put up 50-some points on the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears. Like that was the whole thing with the Bears is that they're like, how bad is Dak going to be the next one? Were
Right.
they going to be 3 for 3?
Right, and then obviously Caleb Williams had a hell of a game this past week against Cowboys. So, Jordan Love has not been better than any of them so far. He hasn't led his team to a comeback. Okay, he was better. He was better than J.J. McCarthy. I'm saying J.J. McCarthy's is literally only because he led his team to a fourth quarter comeback.
He scored 3 touchdowns in the
Yes.
fourth quarter. Has Jordan Love scored 3 touchdowns in a game this year?
In the opening game, he might have. I would have to. I mean, looking
No,
back at
because
the
that game was only. Oh, wait, what was the score?
I feel
gotta
like
look.
Jacobs had some touchdowns in that game.
Jacobs
He did.
had a couple touchdowns, but I think
One in each of the first 2.
Love has thrown maybe 3 touchdowns in a game, but they've been there's been play action rollouts. There haven't been a lot of just FU type throws from Jordan Love where he's just hitting a deep ball the way that he almost did with Jaden Reed in that Commanders game.
Yeah, this throwing the ball in the air, but I know that JJ ran one of those in. Jordan Love has not thrown 3 touchdowns in a game so far this year. He will.
2 touchdowns in the Lions game.
And I think
Can't find the others.
he had 2 touchdowns in the Commanders game as well.
Yeah, he did throwing. Did he run one in at any of those games?
No, I don't think he has a single rushing touchdown this year.
Okay, so he has not had a game where he scored 3 touchdowns in a game. J.J. McCarthy had it in 1 quarter, 2 rushing, 1 throwing, I believe. Jared Goff threw 5 against the Bears, and then Caleb Williams threw 4. It's not, and I will maintain this, and this is when the Packers were good, and obviously still are very good, but when we're talking about Jordan Love, it's still the quarter pull. One more game, obviously McCarthy's already looking a lot more time to cook.
Yeah.
He's not going to be he's not an insta-ready quarterback.
And it's not going to help that he's out for how many weeks. And then I think when he comes back, he goes against the Eagles.
Yeah,
I believe might be his first game.
The bigger concern for a guy like McCarthy is that I think the thought for him was he was going to be an insta-ready quarterback. Caleb, people knew he had to learn to play within a system.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of say, okay, the system was not good, and they let him keep his bad habits. Jaden Daniels was an insta-ready quarterback, same with Bo Nix. Drake May was more of a development guy. Penix was a guy I think they thought was insta-ready as well because of the age on those guys. The youngest guys in this draft, so I guess for the case for McCarthy being optimistic still, is it was him and Caleb were the 2 youngest QBs in that draft class. So J.J. McCarthy, I'm not writing him off as a bad football player for his career, but I don't know if he's going to be insta-ready to be able to run this offense and be good this season that the Vikings need. And then obviously with Jared Goff had a massive game there. So it is interesting right now that Jordan Love, his completion percentage is the highest it's ever been, but 5 touchdowns through 3 games actually seems light for Jordan Love, and 663 yards through 3 games seems light for Jordan Love because he usually is a lower completion percentage, more yards and touchdowns guy.
Would it surprise you guys if I told you that he hasn't thrown 3 touchdowns in a game since Week 7 of last year, that Houston Texans game?
It's not completely shocking. He's not a big statistics guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, he's...
I mean, over the final 11 games of last year, he had 10 total passing touchdowns.
He had 25 total touchdowns last year.
Yeah, he had he had 1 rushing touchdown over the final 11 games. Yeah, Josh Jacobs was the one. I mean, he had the streak of 10 straight games with a rushing touchdown, tied the Packers record. So, I mean, that goes to show that when Matt LaFleur's offense is working at its best, they want to work through the running back still, at least, especially in the red zone.
I'm kind of with Tauscher. The running game is more concerning because it also does affect Jordan Love.
Absolutely, it does.
Jordan Love, you can see 72% completion percentage, but the sacks he took and the passes he missed, his EPA was terrible against the Browns. It was good against the Commanders, even at a lower completion percentage at 61%, and it was good against the Lions as well. So it is weird. He's one stat, against the Lions, really high completion percentage, low yardage, very efficient, though, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Against the Commanders, high yardage, low completion percentage, and then Browns, low yardage, high completion percentage.
Yeah, and I think just talking about Josh Jacobs too, I know you've pointed out, but I actually heard him talking about on Jen Game and Chewy this morning. Ryan, you're going to know this weird stat thing. I didn't even know that this was a thing. That there's some kind of weird stat for judging how good or bad a running back is.
RYOE, excuse me. Rushing yards over expectation. It's kind of like Jim's stat of EPA.
Yes.
It's kind of taking into
Exactly,
account
but
like
for a running back.
Yes, it's kind of taking into account like how well the offensive line blocked to play. It's used with some like tracking data stats from, I believe, NFL Next Gen stats. They're able to tell how many yards a running back should get based off the blocking schemes and based off situation compared to like historical sort of precedents for down and distance in those situations.
But Josh Jacobs is like negative for this year.
He's actually currently dead last. He's at minus 53 rushing yards over expectation for the season.
And I think like last year he was at much higher. I feel like he was one of the top in the league.
He was, yeah.
Hanging around Josh.
And this is different than the pass block rate one. Or I'm sorry, run block. Because I know that's like in Chicago, they'll talk about the offensive line has a very high run block success rate, but then their Bears running the football is very bad. So it's like, well, this is probably a running back problem.
Because DeAndre Swift doesn't see holes.
Right.
Yeah. It's similar to that, but I think it's taking maybe more into account like how the running back performs directly. It's kind of taking that into account and then also looking at how well the running back should have done.
And while we're talking about this, and if you're watching the show online, you're into the show and you're into who we are. So we can get a little bit deeper. The EPA, Primetime Lower Shine Behind the Glass, Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown with you on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Jim, Matt, and Molly. Don't worry, I wasn't getting weird. I wanted to know, EPA, like it was Ben Johnson who talked about it, that touchdown to interception ratio and turnover thing is less important than EPA. Because obviously EPA does account for turnovers, but expected points added by a quarterback is the most important stat that he's seen. As he kind of revealed that over the last few years, offensive coordinators, offensive play callers, when they're judging the success of their quarterback and their team, it's EPA more than the traditional touchdown to interception ratio or even completion percentage. And EPA takes into account the defense a little bit, but it takes into account sacks, completion percentage, interceptions, ball time in the air, and what you're expected to do. So I do, and Jordan Love does good in those stats. So like, it's not I'm not trying to find some weird way to knock down Jordan Love. But what do you guys think like on this? It's kind of like my war a little bit of wins above replacement, which apparently is more controversial than I thought. But I do think
why.
I just got Brewer fans in their field when I was like, Pete Crow-Armstrong's war this year is better than Jackson Churrio's career war. And then they're like, well, that war is not even a good stat. Who even uses war for what stats? And I was like, I think it's a pretty fair stat. But
you might say, what is it good for?
Right. But EPA, separately, is it cold in the studio here?
It's chilly.
Okay. Yeah, you're wearing a hoodie, so I didn't know. But
I'm comfortable.
Okay. I'm getting a little bit of a chill. All right. So, Ryan, EPA, Molly, EPA, what do you guys think of that?
Ryan?
It is kind of seen as like the catch-all stat nowadays amongst like the NFL's like film observers, like the real like film heads, the people who are like dissecting things for NFL teams. That is the one that they always point to, so it's the one that I'm going to point to.
Well, and I look at it like this. I remember getting annoyed like last year because it didn't go my way, but it was the idea that well, it was
shocking.
Because
wow.
Love just admitting it, honestly.
No, I was, because like you can look at Caleb Williams' counting stats last year and they were fine, but EPA wise, he was one of the worst quarbacks in the league.
Yeah.
So like,
and that has
was,
to do when you're taking that many sacks.
Yeah,
your
that
EPA is going to
obviously
be
skewed
terrible.
some. So you have to put some. You still have to put context in everything. But let me just run down and we just kind of see how we feel about this QB as far as the rankings. Then, according to total EPA so far this year, Molly, do you want to take a guess at who number one is? Or you want me to just run them down?
Nah, just do it.
Number one, I mean, you'd only guess it because it's so abnormal. It's Daniel Jones.
Ah, interesting. Well,
he's having a hell of a
Indiana Jones.
You can't argue against it. Lamar Jackson, number 2. Josh Allen, number 3.
He looked bad the other night.
Jared Goff, 4. Lamar looked bad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield, 5. Drake May, 6. Patrick Mahomes, 7. Jordan Love, 8. Justin Herbert, 9. Brock Purdy, 10. Caleb Williams, 11. Kyler Murray, Sam Darnold. That's kind of the list there. How does that list match to your eye test or just football sensibilities?
I'm surprised actually that, well, why is Caleb Williams like that far down then?
This year, I mean,
He hasn't been sacked a million times.
right, but his first game was not that efficient.
That's fair.
And
Good
you
on
also
it.
take into account if he hasn't gotten a ton of scores either. How many touchdowns does Caleb have so far
Actually,
this
he
season?
leads the league with Aaron Rodgers. He's got 8 total touchdowns, 7 passing.
He does.
Was Rodgers on that list?
Rodgers is not in the EPA. Like, he's below 12. Aaron Rodgers is
I would imagine,
below Jalen Hurts.
I would imagine, too, because there's only been 3 games, like, one bad performance is going to have really outsized effects on, like, these stats so far in this year.
Aaron Rodgers is 32nd in EPA.
That's crazy.
I believe it. Honestly, he hasn't been doing much. I mean, he had a great first. No, the Jets he didn't do crazy. They're 2-1.
No, the Jets.
The first game he had like 4 passing touchdowns.
Oh, you're right. The Seahawks game. The Seahawks game was the one where it was really rough. That was not a great performance for him or the Steelers. And then, gosh, who did they just beat over the weekend? It was somebody.
Aaron's a good example because you look at his stats. Like, he's got a decent amount of yards. He's got 7 touchdowns. I think only 1 interception or
he
0
broke Favre's
interceptions.
record this past weekend.
Yeah, 400 passing touchdowns.
Can't remember who it was. It's going to drive me crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But either way, it was not a good team. It was not a great performance.
So he must take sacks, and obviously doesn't move the football. So rush EPA is going to work.
Basically the same issues he was dealing with last year. Yeah, with the Jets, yeah.
Fair.
Not much has changed. And it's also good to point out that there's also like the total EPA that Jim was listing off, and then there's like the EPA per play numbers, which is
what this is. Oh, I'm sorry, EPA per play. I can give you that one too.
Yeah, because then that one tells you a little bit more, like, I guess, on a per play basis.
Because like Dylan Gabriel's number 1. So
yeah, exactly.
This thing I haven't really filtered out a ton.
It does tell you how many plays each of those players has been in for. 3 plays for Dylan Gabriel, and he has 1.14 EPA per play. So he must have came in and thrown like a touchdown on his 3rd play and then left the game or something.
What's Joe Flacco's EPA?
Joe Flacco.
It's got to be trash, right?
So like as you're looking at this, like
Joe
Jordan
Flacco's EPA per play is negative 0.27. He is 43rd in the league this year.
So Jordan Love is 0.18 per play. His passing EPA is 15.79, which is really good. But then his rushing EPA is 1.72.
And I believe you said the other day good EPA is between 0.25 and 0.35, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yep. I can pull that up again. Yeah, but that's kind of, I think he falls in a good category there for EPA.
Okay.
High completion percentage helps him. The completion percentage for Caleb is what's hurting him right now because he's at 63%. But for Jordan Love, uncharacteristically high at 68%.
So there's
that's kind of the differential if you asked about those two. That's why.
And there is another neat stat when it comes to EPA. If we're really getting into it, I just want to throw this one in there too while we can.
Yep.
There's also a stat called success rate, and that's measuring on any given play, did you have a positive or negative EPA? So it's a way to essentially tell like a batting average, like how often did you actually get a hit, and then you use like slugging to measure like how effective or how much impact those hits had. That would be like EPA. Whereas like the bat. Sumer Sports is actually where we're getting this from, but there's a few different sites who do it, and they're all pretty reputable. Most of them you have to get it behind a paywall, unfortunately. But the success rate aspect for Jordan Love is something to note because when you're measuring like how many of his plays are actually successful, his successful play rate per pass is 22nd in the league, just around 45%. So it kind of points to the fact that he's a little bit more boom or bust when he does get all these points. That there's a lot of not bad plays, but there's a lot of plays where he's not adding much, but then he just gets the big plays where he's going deep down the field, the effort throws, usually schemed open by Matt LaFleur as well. It's kind of indicative, and you can kind of tell from watching the Packers offense that they have a high ceiling, but it feels like there's like that volatility is because they don't have that consistent success rate.
And so like pass EPA, it's Jared Goff, Daniel Jones, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Herbert, May, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Brock Purdy, and then Caleb Williams.
Has Drake May been good this year?
Apparently, according to these stats.
I was going to say, has anyone
second time you said his name.
Has anyone watched a second of the Patriots so far this year?
I have no desire.
The only reason I brought up the passing one is that Justin Herbert was below Jordan Love in the EPA ratings, but his rush EPA is negative 9.78, but his pass EPA is dramatically better. It's 10 points better than Jordan Love's.
Interesting.
So throwing the football, Justin Herbert dramatically better, but because he must be taking a lot of sacks or something like that, his sack percentage is 7.94. So is Jordan Love 7.95, but Jordan must be putting the ball when he scrambles, he gains some yards.
He is a good football thrower, Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
But then like Baker Mayfield is 14 points pass EPA, and then his rush EPA is 15. He's like directly, kind of even on that.
Yeah. It's fun to look into these numbers when we don't have to worry about the radio audience.
Exactly.
Guys, we currently have one person watching on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. And it's me. Just kidding.
Molly peeping
whatever
as usual.
We want, it's not quite a podcast, but I wanted to, we talked about it. We can dig into a little bit. If the diehards are in this, they're in this with us, no matter what. We'll throw some stones on the other side. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
So now they're basically saying you can have an elite defender, like edge rusher and quarterback tackler, but without the elite quarterback, it's not enough to.
Quarterback tackler?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
That's what Micah Parsons is. He's not a run stop guy.
Jordan Love is a ball thrower. What are we saying?
He is. That is facts.
It's word salad.
Oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed.
Presented by Coors Light, streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. Our years of experience have prepared us to guide you through your life transitions. Our local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience in the wealth management industry for the benefit of our clients. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
It's a Saturday night special of Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. Join me, Hunter Vaughn, and the Dean Dennis Summerow this Saturday at 6:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. As Big 8 rivals, the Middleton Cardinals host the Verona Wildcats. The winner moves to 4-0 and takes a commanding lead in the Big 8 conference title race. Join me, Hunter Vaughn, and the Dean Dennis Summerow this Saturday night at 6:30 exclusively on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
It's Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances and save an additional $1,000 when you buy 4 select LG major appliances. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5 amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt 20-volt max tool. Get the job done for less at Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 9/26. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but a way of life at Group. Wisconsinites for well over 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. So go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown with you. We are in Beaver Dam. We are in the Daily Dodge, WBEV, the Dam Sports Show studio. And Prime is back at the Everlight Solar Studios. What's going on, Molly?
Nothing. It's just funny. Like, you list off just everything that you see on the walls. You're like,
and
what logos are on
I'm
the
literally
wall?
looking directly at us. We look nice. We look less awkward on the screen here, the video. Because otherwise, I won't. I'll ask. Have you ever seen the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yeah, years
Great
ago.
movie.
Okay, yeah. So seeing us on our stream here makes me think of a scene with Bill Hader in the Forgetting Sarah Marshall movie. I can tell you later. So, like, that's why I was giggling earlier, because I was thinking about that scene, and I was like, I can't make the joke, but it is funny. Our Siding Unlimited Polk. Bill Hader is a legend, by the way. That's Bill Hader who just did the spicy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's Stefan from SNL, his character on SNL.
That was one of the best characters ever on SNL. Little just, again, since we have a minute, little side note. So, Molly, did you ever see Stefan on SNL? I know you watch SNL.
I think so, because, well, I just recently started watching SNL pretty much this last year, and I think when they did like the 50th anniversary or whatever it was, then I think like that character made an appearance.
So he was like a clubber in New York, and the funny part was they would always get him to crack because John Mulaney worked at SNL at the same time, the stand-up comedian, and he would change the script mid. They have everything written on like a white board, and they would. Right before he goes out, they would change like one of the cue cards, and then he would be reading the cue card live for the first time, and then that would usually get him to crack because it would be something really outrageous that he was not expecting that he would read live on the air and then laugh.
Okay.
Molly's the one that would crack the most if we did an SNL skit, right?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, probably. Do you think Matt would be a good actor?
No.
I don't think any of us would
But I think
be, if
Matt
I'm
would
being
be
honest.
I agree. I think Matt would just be more stiff.
Matt, if you could get him to just be a character who's just Matt Hamilton, but
be
his
so
name's like
awkward.
Mark Harmond, then maybe he'd be fine. But
maybe I remember like doing like TikTok videos with him, and it was always like way more forced than it needed to be.
Yeah, it is hard, man. It's hard when somebody puts a camera in front of you and just says, "All right, now do it." Just like do the scene. It's like, okay, this is now I really feel out of place, uncomfortable. It's
No,
like
absolutely.
me on the radio.
I'm not saying any of us would. I was just saying that like I would be bad because I feel like I don't. You guys can tell me why I'd be bad at it. Molly would just crack too much. Matt would be too stiff, and you guys can tell me what I would be
It's
bad
like to
at.
have a good time.
I would just convince myself I'm, another personality, and I'd be fine.
Yeah, just pick one of your personalities.
Yeah, exactly.
Should Jordan Love have a better performance this Sunday versus the Cowboys than he did in 2023 playoff route? Right now, 69% of you say yes.
69. I like that number.
All right, let's throw some stones.
1, 2, 3,
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
Now what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out.
I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man.
I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
All right, guys. Well, we were talking a lot about Badgers football yesterday, whether or not this could be rock bottom for the program or just bottom as of right now after Barry Alvarez called out fans for chanting Fire Fickle, calling them spoiled rotten. Well, there's another notable Badgers fan who's been chiming in on the topic recently. That would be one Barstool Big Cat, who I think we're all familiar with. He is the very popular Barstool personality who, if you've ever seen him, he's probably wearing a Badgers crew neck, slapping that belly as the Badgers don't score any more touchdowns for the rest of his life, because he is the only person who I think is trying to save Badgers football right now. He's trying to get the money flowing, trying to get some investment, and he's actually got a pretty creative way to try and donate, drum up the NIL for the Badgers football program.
I don't know the way out, and I think that Wisconsin's at a really weird crossroads where it's like, I know everyone wants to fire Fickle, but I think it's deeper than that, and you have to, like, whoever's in charge, I don't even know, chancellors, presidents, commit to being a football school.
Yeah.
Stop around. I also need that guy, the guy who created Temu, Colin Huang. If you're listening from China, hit me up, bro. He's $50 billion. He got his master's from Wisconsin.
Does he care about football?
I don't know, but I'm going to try to get him to.
So, guys, do you
He
think
created Temu?
he
That's
invented
who that
Temu?
guy
I
is?
guess. Yeah. He,
Gotcha.
1 year attendance at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, got his master's in computer science, and yeah, he's
In 1 year?
I believe so. Yeah.
Wow.
Or I don't know. Maybe he got his master's in 1 year, but he attended.
I guess
for 1 year.
master's
of
like
his
a
master's.
2 years program, so I can
Just
see
depends.
him
I
doing it.
think there's some that are only a year.
I think computer science, it's a little more accelerated. I don't think you have to do it for as long as like I guess being a doctor or what have you.
Yeah.
But $50 billion he's worth. I don't know if it's possible to get him, but do you think that this, if it were to happen, would you be in on it? And two, does this feel like just absolute desperation from Barstool Big Cat? Like, if this is real, is this like even a worse sign for where the Badgers football program is?
I mean, aren't all Badger fans right now completely desperate?
It's a fair point.
I mean,
Fair point.
seriously.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody came in and said, I'll give them $20 million, well, yeah, you're going to take it. You're going to want it. Of course.
Yeah.
We're all desperate at this point. This program is desperate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jim?
Yeah, I mean, desperation fits. They need the money. I don't know if this person is a Badger football fan.
It sounds
they
like
love
he probably doesn't know. I doubt he even knows what Badgers football is, if I'm being honest.
Okay, well, that's disappointing. I had to put all my eggs in this basket, so...
Did you really?
No, I was...
Okay.
I mean, it's the best basket you can think of right now. I don't know. I mean, I know the Badgers have a lot of famous alums, but isn't there someone from Modern Family tied to a UW-Madison alum? I think it's like one of the creators of Modern Family, not like one of the actors.
Creators never make
That I
that
don't
much
know.
money. It's the actors and directors who get all the cash.
All right.
But they still may know people.
Maybe. But
like-
speaking of Jim, you saying putting too many eggs in one basket, like...
Yeah.
As a sports fan, what are the other times where you put way too much eggs in one basket, but like convincing yourself something would happen for your team that it just never came to be? I
Have
guess
you met me? Every Bears quarterback.
it's funny that you say that though, because the one for me was when the rumors back in what was it? I guess maybe 2021 when people were saying that Caleb Williams was coming to Wisconsin. Remember? Because he had the connection where I think it was the Badgers offensive coordinator.
Bobby
was like,
Ingram.
Bobby Ingram was
ironically
his,
a former Bears wide receiver.
Yep.
But
he was like his coach in high school, I want to say, or
and I
something.
think Bobby Ingram's son
Oh,
was
really?
at
Dean
university
Ingram,
as well.
yes, he was. He was a cornerback and wide receiver during his time at UW. Didn't have an illustrious career, but it was obviously not real. But that was the one that, like, there was a moment where I had myself convinced, like, oh, wait, I think we're getting Caleb Williams, guys. I think he's coming to Madison.
Could you imagine?
Jim would be even more of a bigger fan.
Oh,
if he is.
I would be
Ugh.
still. Are you kidding me? If he came to Wisconsin for 1 year, the final year of Paul Chryst, and like, imagine how different the program and the trajectory would
It
be.
would not have been the final year of Paul Chryst.
Wasn't it?
No, I mean Paul would have won. I mean,
Oh, yes. Fair point. Very good point. Very good
Caleb
point.
Williams would have saved Paul Chryst's career.
yes.
Yeah.
Like Jonathan Taylor did before that.
Yeah, because I think the talk was that he would come in like 2021 or something, like right before the Las Vegas bowl season. I think that's when the rumors were circling, quote unquote.
Yeah, because he
whatever
saw
you
that
call them.
success that Graham Mertz had here.
Obviously.
I got to go there to get developed as a quarterback.
And all that money that Wisconsin could come up with.
Yeah, at the time for sure.
But at the same time, I vividly remember talking to someone who does NIL deals, and he went to Wisconsin and told them, "I have $100,000 that I will give if you can make this person our brand ambassador for Caleb Williams."
That's not enough. $100,000.
No, but that's
wasn't doing it.
But you need one. That's one business. But
Fair.
Wisconsin, he's like Wisconsin
Fair.
didn't even know what to do with that.
Yeah, and do you
It's
think
like they didn't even pursue, like they didn't know how, they had no idea back then how to even put together money for a guy like Caleb Williams.
Molly, did you ever have one of those where you put way too many eggs in one sports basket, trying to convince yourself something good would happen for your team?
I mean, the Packers with Trey Hendrickson, how many times? I feel like I've been like, okay, actually, if this actually happened, it'd be fantastic. Same thing with Micah Parsons. I guess I didn't.
But that one happened.
I guess by the time that the Micah Parsons stuff even was like a thought in my brain, just of like recent memory, I was just like, no, that'll never happen. The Packers will never do enough to do this. Like, it's never going to happen. Maybe... Yeah, so I guess with the Micah Parsons, in my mind, I was like, it's not going to happen, so I didn't even try. Otherwise, the only other time I could think about it is maybe when I thought that Devontae Adams might come back to Green Bay this past season. That might be the most recent time for me that I'm like, oh my God, I would love this. I would love
another
this to
one
happen.
that just triggered in my mind too is after I think J.J. Watt finished his contract with the Cardinals and he was a free agent.
I
Everyone
didn't believe that one.
But remember, they had there was a photo. There's a photo of him on social media where he was on his what do you call it bike? Peloton bike, and you can take like a picture of like, your scores and what your username is and what it compares to everyone else.
Yep.
And didn't he have it where it was like, wasn't it like his location was in Green Bay or something? Gosh, I can't remember what it was. It was some dumb connection where people were like convinced like, oh, he's coming to Green Bay because of his Peloton username. He's coming to Green Bay.
Yeah. Well, I got another one we all can agree on. Luke Fickell.
Yeah. True.
But that one,
Ryan.
But the
you
thing
did.
is that one like him getting hired actually did come true because that was just a rumor at first, and then it eventually happened shortly thereafter. But since it's happened, it's just turned out to be a nightmare, not the dream come true, unfortunately.
Yeah, but when it happened, we were all...
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yes.
For sure. But
ready to...
Yeah. Now I'm sad again.
I mean, it's happened a lot for all sports fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
It's part of being a sports fan.
Yeah.
Jim, has there ever been one for the Bears, like a free agent you were convinced was coming to Chicago?
I would go with there was a hot minute where I thought not the Bears but the Bulls, and apparently they came in second place, but LeBron and Bosch.
Ah,
that's right.
That's interesting.
They came in second place, and I guess a little retroactive and almost as ridiculous, actually more ridiculous than Caleb going to the Badgers was. Remember Tom Brady said that the Bears were the other team pursuing, and
oh, that's right.
I forgot about
came
that.
in second place for that. God. Could you imagine? Was that Nagy or was that Eberflus? Like, Nagy at least seems like maybe, but Eberflus not a shot.
No.
He's completely competent.
Because was it 19 that he went to Tampa?
That sounds right. That sounds right.
Yeah, because then they played in an empty stadium for the NFC Championship
So it
game.
would have been like the end of the Nagy era.
Yep.
When they had like Nick Foles. Big Nick.
Big Nick.
Won a
Legend.
Super Bowl.
Hey. It's the least of his accomplishments.
Yeah.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Presented by Coors Light. We'll be back on the air tomorrow, just as zany as today.